All right, we're gonna see if I can hit one of these walk and talks in downtown Cairo and not get hit by a car. Not that easy if you haven't been to the Middle East before. So, man, I feel everyone's being so short-sighted on Pulse, man. I don't feel like they really see like what's coming next or how these things are developing, and just where we're really gonna go from here. So let's take a little stock of where we're at. So we're barely in like the early FUD of launch cycle. Like this stuff always goes on, guys. We have 50-60% of PulseX up. We haven't seen the infrastructure for a lot of the real DeFi projects like WaLLrus. Think about that, guys. Like, the first wave of real projects aren't even out yet. Nothing but very, very simple DeFi, a few basic front ends, things that don't really take oracles or much infrastructure. That's the only thing we have up. And you still look at some of the TVL, you look at the social media metrics, listings, PulseChain's everywhere. So I think if you're looking at the metrics that we were going to see, people should be really, really excited. Really excited. And where we're heading is like the next wave is like we haven't even had real DeFi here yet, guys. Like it's in some ways we always like to use that term ghost chain. Like in some ways, like we're almost a ghost chain at this point. We have all these ticker symbols, all this liquidity. So in some ways there's like so much going on, but there's not that much yet. Like what are most people doing? Like if you're not setting up validators, if you're not a builder, kind of just sitting on your hands. Many people are waiting on like single-sided staking, and one, we don't have that feature set up yet, and also no one's there to really even fund these sponsored pools or anything yet. So we're just getting going on this. So over this next say 30-45 days, we'll see this first wave of real DeFi projects start to come out. Some of the infrastructure we're putting out that are really important will be around, and then we can really see where we're headed. Like we'll be able to see this ecosystem actually budding. And I think it's a bit of some context. Because for 2 years we've heard this thing get talked about, and there's so many projects here. Like we thought it would just boom and it would all be here. And like we kind of have been jaded about how much is really coming and what's been built. And it's, again, then you get a couple of red candles and everybody wants to freak out. So I think people just need to see that, a little bit of reframing. There's so much coming. This next road, this next 6 months, the things you may have even like, oh, you've heard liquid loans however many hundred times. Yeah, but you haven't got a chance to use it yet live, right? Like, we got our beautiful DApp up on Testnet, but you didn't get a chance to really feel it, hit it while it's live. We'll be up very, very soon. Same thing with all these other great builders we have in the space. This stuff's not even here yet. So there's things that we don't even think of as future events being price positive that are coming, because of how we're framing these. So the future for Pulse is insanely bright. I mean, you heard RH say the other day that once the new variation on the bridge was up, that was the first day of PulseChain. He's right. Like that stuff's just getting started. Like the idea that even we've been out for as long as we have is really immature. Like most of these things have still not been rolled out. Until we have things like, again, liquid loans, Fetch, Oracle, all these things. We're not even here yet, guys. So that future is coming. Like it's almost like PulseChain isn't really here if you're looking at some of the things we'd want to see for big green candles and to be price positive. So Scotty and a few of these guys have posted out how you see this natural price negative for a short term after things launch. All that stuff was coming. We've seen a pretty decent balance. You've seen great volume, great liquidity. Those are all the things that tell you that something is going to eventually recover and be very, very price positive. Obviously, y'all already know the community, how vibrant we are. So again, I need to get your heads up. Stop staring at charts. Everything about how PulseChain is going is going to be amazing. All the little things we see along the way, delays on a bridge, PulseX is buy and burn as far as that bug. Man, that stuff is hiccups. It's what people complain about when things are red, and it's what people will 100% forget about once the stuff is all green and the price goes up, and as we move along and build better things. So everyone's just got to stop panicking and relax. The future is bright in the space, boys.